Riot Games, a subsidiary of Tencent Holdings, has announced a significant restructuring, planning to lay off 530 employees, about 11% of its global workforce. This decision, revealed in a blog post including a letter from CEO Dylan Jadeja, reflects the challenges faced by the digital gaming industry, known for popular titles like League of Legends. Riot Games is experiencing the impact of high inflation and changing consumer behaviors, with audiences hesitating to purchase expensive games or limiting their selection. This trend mirrors actions taken by other industry players, like Electronic Arts Inc., which cut 6% of its staff last year. Jadeja's letter highlights the need for a sharper focus, acknowledging that some of Riot's significant investments haven't yielded expected returns and that costs have become unsustainable. The layoffs will enable Riot to concentrate on its live games portfolio, including League of Legends, Valorant, Teamfight Tactics, and Wild Rift. The company will also halt new game development under Riot Forge and reduce staff and features in Legends of Runeterra. This move is part of a broader industry trend, as companies like Tencent, which acquired a majority stake in Riot Games in 2011, and also holds a stake in Epic Games, navigate the evolving landscape of the gaming sector. Riot Games, a prominent figure in the gaming world and a subsidiary of Tencent Holdings, has recently announced a substantial downsizing, laying off 530 employees, which accounts for about 11% of its global workforce. This development was communicated through a blog post, including a letter from CEO Dylan Jadeja, and is a significant indicator of the current challenges in the digital gaming industry. Riot Games, the developer behind the acclaimed League of Legends, is adapting to an economic environment characterized by high inflation and changing consumer gaming habits. This industry-wide trend is evident in similar measures taken by other companies, such as Electronic Arts Inc., which also implemented workforce reductions last year. In his communication, Jadeja points out the necessity for Riot to refine its focus, acknowledging that certain major investments have not met expectations, leading to unsustainable operating costs. The layoffs are a strategic move to prioritize Riot's established live games portfolio, including League of Legends, Valorant, Teamfight Tactics, and Wild Rift, while scaling back on newer projects under Riot Forge and downsizing Legends of Runeterra. This decision reflects a broader trend in the gaming industry, as major players adjust to the evolving market dynamics. Riot Games, a key player in the global gaming industry and a subsidiary of Tencent Holdings, has announced a major workforce reduction, laying off 530 employees, which represents about 11% of its global staff. This significant move was revealed in a blog post, including a letter from CEO Dylan Jadeja, and reflects the broader challenges facing the digital gaming industry. Based in Los Angeles and known for League of Legends, Riot Games is adjusting to the current economic climate, where high inflation and shifting consumer habits are influencing game purchases. This pattern aligns with similar strategies by other industry leaders, such as Electronic Arts Inc., which also reduced its workforce last year. In his letter, Jadeja emphasizes the need for Riot to sharpen its focus, noting that some large investments have not delivered expected results, leading to unsustainable costs. The layoffs are part of a strategic shift to concentrate on Riot's core live games portfolio, including League of Legends, Valorant, Teamfight Tactics, and Wild Rift, while downsizing initiatives like Riot Forge and trimming resources in Legends of Runeterra. This decision is a significant indicator of the evolving dynamics within the gaming industry, as major companies adapt to changing market conditions. Riot Games, a renowned name in the gaming industry and a subsidiary of Tencent Holdings, has made a significant move by announcing layoffs of 530 employees, which is approximately 11% of its global workforce. This development was communicated in a blog post, accompanied by a letter from CEO Dylan Jadeja. The decision is a response to the current challenges in the digital gaming industry, marked by high inflation and changing consumer preferences, leading to hesitancy in purchasing expensive games and a tendency to stick to fewer titles. This trend is not unique to Riot Games. It mirrors actions by other industry giants like Electronic Arts Inc., which reduced its workforce by 6% last year. Jadeja's letter sheds light on the need for a more focused approach at Riot Games, acknowledging that some of the company's significant investments have not been as fruitful as anticipated, leading to unsustainable costs. The restructuring will prioritize Riot's Games portfolio, including hits like League of Legends, Valorant, Teamfight Tactics, and Wild Rift, while scaling down new game development under Riot Forge, reducing resources for Legends of Runeterra. This move is indicative of a larger trend within the gaming industry, as companies navigate through a rapidly evolving market landscape. Riot Games, a Tencent Holdings subsidiary, recently announced a major restructuring move, laying off 530 employees, about 11% of its global workforce. This news, shared in a blog post with a letter from CEO Dylan Jadeja, highlights the challenges in the digital gaming industry. Riot Games, the creator of League of Legends, is responding to the changing market dynamics, where high inflation and consumer behavior are influencing game purchases. This trend is not isolated, as seen in similar actions by Electronic Arts Inc., which reduced its staff by 6% last year. In his letter, Jadeja points out the need for more focused company operations, citing that some significant investments haven't met expectations and costs have become unsustainable. The restructuring will focus Riot's efforts on its successful live games portfolio, including League of Legends, Valorant, Teamfight Tactics, and Wild Rift, while scaling back on new developments under Riot Forge and making reductions in Legends of Runeterra. This move reflects a broader trend in the gaming industry, with major players like Tencent, owner of a majority stake in Riot Games since 2011 and a stakeholder in Epic Games, adapting to the evolving market conditions. Riot Games, a subsidiary of Tencent Holdings, has taken a significant step in restructuring its workforce, announcing the layoff of 530 employees, about 11% of its global staff. This decision, detailed in a blog post with a letter from CEO Dylan Jadeja, reflects the ongoing challenges in the digital gaming industry. Riot Games, headquartered in Los Angeles and famous for League of Legends, is adapting to a market impacted by high inflation and changing consumer preferences. This trend is consistent with actions by other gaming companies, like Electronic Arts Inc., which also reduced its workforce last year. Jadeja's letter emphasizes the need for Riot to focus more sharply, acknowledging that some major investments haven't yielded the expected returns, leading to unsustainable costs. The layoffs are aimed at refocusing on Riot's successful live games portfolio, including League of Legends, Valorant, Teamfight Tactics, and Wild Rift, while scaling back on new developments under Riot Forge and reducing resources in Legends of Runeterra. This move is indicative of the broader shifts occurring in the gaming industry, as companies navigate through changing market conditions.